If you're a parent who has a teenager who is about to hit puberty or they're about to start their cycle, these are some of the things I want to share with you. As a former educator, I was privileged to teach kids who were what we call the transition class. That would be like 13, 14 years, right? And these are some of the things I used to teach my students. Number one, have panty liner. Buy panty liner for your kids. It's not just about the menstrual parts, right? Get them panty liners so that they'll start wearing them a few days to their cycle. Number two, get them tabletop calendars. If your child has a tablet, download Flow app for them to track their cycle themselves. So they'll be able to tell, oh, I have about 7 days to my cycle or 5 days to my cycle. Then they start wearing their panty liners. There were some times, they didn't really know that their cycle will come in and they'll have to now come and look for extra pads and panties, right? And talking about panties, yes, teach them to carry extra panties in the secret places in their bags. Their school bags will have certain compartments that they can keep extra pad, extra panty, extra liner. They can just put it in a Ziploc, right? And then keep it in that compartment so that when they need be, all they'll do is just pull it into their purse. Number four, it's essential for your teenager to have a purse in her bag so that when they need to pull out something, they'll just put it in the purse and go to the washroom. There were times where students had to come for their school bag from their lockers to go to the washroom, and they felt a bit uncomfortable because then everybody would know why they were taking the bag. So getting them a purse would help at that time of the month where they keep everything they need in the purse. So that purse is not for money, it's purposely either for the extra stuff they have to change or for them to pull out what they've kept in their Ziploc into the purse to go and change. The next thing I want you to have for your child is deodorant. And I know a lot of parents do well with this, but I also want you to encourage your child to spend more time washing their armpits, especially in the evening, at least 1 minute to 2 minutes, to really cleanse their armpits, because it's at this point that the body odor can be a bit overpowering. So teach them to scrub their armpits and also encourage them to clean it properly. The next thing you can do for your teenager, that's a girl, is to explain to them the differences in the sexes. Now, a lot of us are shy to talk about those things, but this is the time you explain. And no, this is not a time to just tell the person that, you could get pregnant if you do A, B, C, D. It's not about pregnancy. You have to also explain STDs. You have to also explain the effects of, certain things like the unalifing of babies, right? You have to also explain to your teenager the reproductive system of the opposite sex too. It's not just about them. It's about understanding why they are at risk. Because if you tell your child that, if you do this, you get pregnant. So the child will go like, so if I don't do this and this, then I will not get pregnant. But remember that it's not only just about your child, but the other person too. So they have to understand the reproductive organ of the opposite sex and understand why they have to protect themselves, right? Is at this point they have to understand the essence of preserving their womb, the essence of preserving their bodies, and all those things. A lot of us just focus on the sex talk, like we just tell them, you can get pregnant and all that. But you have to understand that it doesn't stop them from trying to get into relationships. It will not stop them from trying to please their friends. It will not stop them from trying to establish some sort of relationship with the opposite sex, right? Or even the same sex. So you have to go beyond just telling them they can get pregnant and explain to them the whole system and what happens if they choose to get rid of certain pregnancies, if they choose to do this, right? So just don't stop at, if you get pregnant, this, da, da, da. Explain why it's like that. Explain why there are protective measures for women and not for men. And when you also explain, tell them the effects. So you as a parent, you have to really read. If you're on any of these methods, you have to understand the effect on your body and explain to your child. Because there are certain students who were on it, right? And their parents didn't know. Some students were buying emergency contraceptives. Some were using it, right? So you have to explain the effect of these things on their teenage bodies, the effect on their womb, their whole reproductive system, and even their body. Then lastly, this is the time you invest in skincare for your teenagers. A lot of us take it for granted that, oh, puberty, so the acne will go. No, acne really affects teenagers a lot. A lot. Their self-esteem, how they feel about themselves, if they think they are beautiful, if they think they are worthy to be loved. Look, it does a lot to their self-esteem. So instead of just saying that, oh, it's a phase, invest in skincare for them. Let them know how to treat their skin. It will cut down on a lot of the self-esteem issues that teenagers go through. Yes, I've had to talk to a lot of teenagers, about their acne and what they can do about it, because it literally controls their life. So if you think that is nothing, I want you to understand it's everything. It means a whole lot to them. You may not have had acne, but your child may have had acne. You may not have had certain conditions. Your child may have it. Remember, you don't have the same parents, right? So whatever your child has, you have to make an effort to correct, to teach, to guide, and to help them build that. Just don't say that, oh, they are teenagers. We like to brush off things. Oh, it's a phase, they'll grow out of it. No, they don't. A lot of the students who end up in relationships, who end up seeking for attention and validation, one of them is acne. Number two is body image, right? Try to let your teenager understand why her body is like that, and find ways and means to get them to dress to suit their bodies. Find ways and means to get them to appreciate their physique and also appreciate what they can do. A lot of the teenagers would starve themselves just to lose weight to attract guys. So if you don't treat it as a serious problem and just brush it off and say, oh, my child will get over it, you are going to end up with a mess on your hands. Teach your child about dressing, style, because when they learn from their peers, sometimes they learn the wrong things. And the last one I can tell you when it comes to teenagers is hygiene and in general their own schedules for things, right? Give them room to explore, but don't give them too much room to do certain things. I believe in being a parent and at the same time also being a bit flexible, right? A bit flexible. So if you have a preteen or a teenager at home, this is what I have for you. I hope this helps you.